Peggy 3.
Hello and welcome to the latest of our FM Friday feature blogs for Football Manager 2014. In this week's video, we're going to be looking at the changes to interaction within the game. We've revamped a number of ways in which you can deal with your board, players, staff and fellow managers, which will have a noticeable effect on the depth to the relationships you build up on FM14. The biggest change in this area is the new narrative system. This system changes the way managers and journalists converse in-game, and the narratives are designed to replicate the type of stories and events that are discussed, debated and covered by the footballing press each week. Narratives overarch into all the different types of interaction in the game, but all start through your dealings with the press. The questions you were asked by journalists, both in and out of press conferences, have been rewritten to take the system into account, and you'll now ask questions on a wider variety of topics, such as different playing styles that AI managers employ, a team's physical approach to the game, and your transfer dealings with certain managers. These managers will respond to your comments and may offer opinions on your team and management style, which would add to the pre-match build-up. It won't just be you having these dealings with the press though. Now, all managers inside the game, whether controlled by yourself or by artificial intelligence, will actively engage with the press to feed into the pre-match speculation and will be more vocal with their praise or criticism of you, depending on how you've talked about them in the past. Something that's often been requested by players of the series are manager job interviews, and with the interaction revamp, it's finally possible for them to make their debut in the series for Football Manager 2014. You'll be invited to an interview if you make it onto the shortlist of a club that you apply to take charge of, and the interview will give you the chance to set out your proposed vision for the club. If your ambitions for the club match those of the board, then this may convince the board you're the right person for the job. Once in the interview, you'll first be asked to discuss your expectations for the season ahead, the transfer and wage budgets you would require to achieve this, and discuss any philosophies and board requests that you wish to put forward to the club. If you're successful, you'll be approached by the club with a job offer, including the details of the accepted vision for the club and the budgets that you'll be expected to adhere to once you take charge. Another area where we've made enhancements is board interaction. Now, when you make a board request, you're given more conversation options to state your case, and they may persuade the board to accept the request, even if they had initially been against the idea. The board will also take into account the club philosophies when making their decision. If the request is refused, then you now have the option to publicly question the board by clicking the Leak to Press button. A journalist will then ask you about your opinion on the matter, and the board will come back to you with a response. They could threaten you with the sack and demand that you explain your actions or accept the request. Their response will depend on your record at the club and the personalities of the board members. The board can also call on you to attend a board meeting when things are going badly for you and they're concerned, giving you the chance to possibly save your job. Manager contracts have also been tweaked to include some extra clauses. Firstly, you can now set an amount of compensation that the club would receive in the event that you leave the club. We've also included performance-related clauses, including promotion wage rises and relegation wage drops, so your team's performance will impact on you financially too, which will have an impact on your ranking on the FM leaderboards. You can also have promotion bonuses. If you're renegotiating your contract at your current club, you'll now be invited to attend a meeting with the board to discuss your vision for the club over the next few years, just as you would when attending a job interview. Finally, for manager contracts, we've added the padlock system to the manager contract negotiation screen. Player interaction has also seen some new additions. These include, but are not limited to, the new player advice screen under the new development tab on the player profile. This screen gives you feedback from your senior staff on each individual player in your squad in regards to their training, how they fit into your tactics, man management, player status and general development. Also new for FM14 are end of season and pre-season team meetings. These meetings are a great opportunity to get the squad together to assess the previous campaign and lay down targets and expectations for the coming season. You're now able to ask your captain to have a word with unhappy teammates to try and resolve conflicts. Some other new features include the addition of manager tendencies to the manager profile screen, the ability to discuss with the loaning manager why a player out on loan isn't being played, and the Ask to Pick button is now always visible on the Tactics Overview screen. So those are just a few of the new interaction features within Football Manager 2014. We believe that the improvements we've made in this area will make your FM games more immersive and enjoyable than before. We're releasing new information and features about FM14 on a daily basis on Twitter, both via the official @FootballManager account and my own @MilesSI account. Be sure to follow us before the game releases on October the 31st.